A very warm welcome into the Cambridge Ice Arena. 106th Varsity Weekend gets started. And now it is the Cambridge Huskies B taking on the Oxford Vikings C. Their first ever matchup between these two clubs. Again, B team versus C team. That just shows the depth of hockey in these two teams. Towns and cities, universities as we're underway. And it's Andrews, Chris Andrews, trying to take it over the halfway line for Cambridge. First offensive play of the game. Shot on goal, good save there. Jack Haynes between the pipes. And now it's going to be Andrews again, double duty, as it was dumped into the Cambridge zone. LaHaye, nice little backhand pass. LaHaye will get it back. Played across on the blue line. Iyazi gets into the Oxford zone. Gets past Andrews, chasing. It's Becky Hu. And Hu wins it. Goes behind. Dostal's there to win it back for Cambridge in their own defensive end. That's cleared out to the hash markings. And that's a nice little pass across LaHaye. It's been picked up by Dostal. Becky Hu is on the spot. Now that's been turned around behind net. Come around with it, Jack Fulford. Plays it forward. Prevents it from going behind. For the icing does Thomas George. Thomas George plays it back to his defender, and Dennis Purchase. Cambridge looking to get out their own zone. Ned O'Hearn. Ned O'Hearn into the Oxford zone. Tries to go backhand forehand. And it's a goal. That's going to go to Ned O'Hearn. Unassisted first goal of the game. Individual bit of skill. In fact, not unassisted. 51 from 3. Cambridge in the lead. So that is Ned O'Hearn with the goal. Dennis Purchase with the assist. 18-18 gone. To go in the opening period of play. Again, 106th Varsity Weekend gets underway tonight in the Cambridge Ice Arena. The first of 4 games. 5 games will be played this weekend. As Andrews collects in his own zone. Got the dangles. Gets it over the blue line. As bodies hit the deck. Haynes, that is, going down. O'Hearn, goal scorer, has it in the corner, was dispossessed, and that will just escape the zone. It was a good attempt, good effort there by the Cambridge defenseman. Over halfway, Andrews tries to split the pair, and that has left Feldman a lot of space. Peter Dorstal, the captain, comes to collect, sends it back around the boards, will stay in the zone. That'll be Becky Hu with a fine bit of offensive pressure. Oxford still in possession. That will go. Fulford under pressure from Dostal. That's been picked up by Bouillet. In fact, got by Bouillet. Takes it off the boards. Becky Hu. Still Becky Hu battling in the corner. Nobody able to really jump on it. In fact, Dennis Purchase with the assist on that first goal sends it into the Oxford zone. Doesn't go out for icing. Potentially big situation now, as it's Maggie Baker. Has her stick lifted, goes to ground. Absolutely nothing in that. Just good defense by Cambridge. Still in the zone for Oxford. Wearing Just heard. So Cambridge coming away with it now. Peter Dorstall. Over halfway, got Bouillet in support, taking a long, going forehand, backhand, save! Jack Haynes with the pad save, gets the stick down, covers up. It's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone for Cambridge. So one plays nothing. 15:38 left in this first period of play. Face off won by Cambridge. It's Andrews. Chris Andrews fires it through a sea of legs. Great save by the goalie. Would have seen it late. Got the pads to it. As the puck just comes loose for a second for Cambridge. Stays in the Oxford zone. Not heavy pressure being applied to it. Luca Owen-Jones has been turned over. Ripped on net by Ned O'Hearn. Through a crowd of bodies. Can anybody get there? Chris Andrews can. Another pad save, batted away. That is a fabulous bit of goaltending by the Oxford netminder. I'm informed that's Jack Haynes. There is a Jack Haynes jersey skating around, so we'll confirm who is in net for the visitors. As that will clear the zone. Chris Andrews once more taking it back in. Offsides will be the call. Number 2, Luca Owen-Jones hadn't adequately cleared the zone. So good pressure from the Huskies. They lead 1-0. Getting some good shots away. Some good opportunities on goal. Being met with some very fine goaltending from who we are reliably informed is Jack Haynes. As that's been sent into the corner. And collected by Dennis Purchase. Will that stay in the zone? No, it won't. So Oxford now with a bit of defending to do. It's been ripped on goal. Misses everything. But a bit of a moment there. Ooh, that's a heavy collision. Again, no malice, nothing in that. And that's really good sportsmanship between Purchase and Baker. And a co-ed no checking game as that's been sent around by the Oxford goalie. On halfway. Dostal is dispossessed. Oxford looking to break. Played forward by Andrews. Chris Andrews dispossessed. Very good bit of defense there. Joseph Fields. And now Oxford so nearly on the breakaway. And now Cambridge with the opportunity. It's O'Hearn. He's through on goal. Forehand. Can't lift it. Wanted to go near side. The invention was there. He's already got 1 goal in the game today. As that's played off the boards. O'Hearn not going to chase. So the puck is left there rather invitingly by Jack Haynes as that's ripped on goal. Very tame effort. Covered up by the Tendy. That's going to opportunity for Oxford to get some fresh legs on the ice. Decisions to be made. Oh, timeout has been taken by the visitors. 12:48 left in the first period of play. Cambridge leading the curtain raiser. Oh, the dress rehearsal perhaps. To Varsity 106. 1-0. Ned O'Hearn the scorer. The assist, Dennis Purchase. Now scored within or a minute 42 seconds. I think it was 18:18 was on the clock. Well, something to that general effect. And it has to be said, Cambridge, they have been the team rather in the ascendancy. Now Oxford have had a couple of moments. No major efforts on goal, but a couple of breakaways, opportunities to get inside the Cambridge zone. Something was posted on the ice. Hopefully not a tooth or anything. Both sides, full allocation of players. Face off. Won by the visitors, and that will clear the zone. If you're new here, that means all the Cambridge players also need to vacate the zone, or they will be offsides. It's Oxford. Beautiful bit of work there by Emmanuel Stewart. Gets it inside the zone, but now Ned O'Hearn. Ned O'Hearn through on goal. Someone gets the stick down. Good defending there by Emma Stratford. Did just enough to send him wide, as that will clear the zone once more. The assist of the defenseman Dennis Purchase in his first season of play for Cambridge is back to defend. He's just played up the line forward. Not able to take it into the zone. Slapped on net, save. That was Jamie Yon with the effort. Some silky moves from Chris Andrews. Gives it to LaHaye. Andrews drifted offside. LaHaye has it still on his stick. Into the feet of Dostal. Now Andrews through a crowd of bodies. Andrews rips it on goal! And that's 2-0 Cambridge. Chris Andrews. Yeah, and he took it into the zone. He did all the hard work himself. Confirmation. And 23 is being credited with the assist. Lars LaHaye. Chris Andrews with his first goal of the game. Chris Andrews' third goal on the season. And as this is his first season, his third goal of his BUIHA and related careers. As Legressley trying to take it over halfway, he is unable. As a battle in the neutral zone takes place, that's been cleared well. As Oxford players just jumping back on side, that was Fulford. As it's bobbling around, it's absolutely not what Cambridge will want. They are able to drive out the zone. And a real good breakaway opportunity. Dostal, he's got players. Oh, that is a great bit of defending by Fields. That will go the length. No icing on that play up the floor. As that's been censored. Oh, can't get his stick to it. Jack Fulford had one whole side of the net absolutely gaping. Thomas George covering off the near side well. As this is a big moment. It's a fine bit of defending, but Legressley continues. Legressley, tame effort, saved by Jack Haynes, who covers up. We're heading to the face-off circle. 10:16 to play. 2-0. Cambridge are in the lead. A couple of big moments there for Oxford. Chris Andrews keeps it in the zone initially. Great driving by Feldman. Andrews just puts on the burners, gets his body ahead, and momentarily wins it back for Cambridge. Andrews going to battle once again with Cecilia Feldman. As that gets by Becky Hu. And now Ned O'Hearn through on goal. Covered well, tries to go inside. Fine bit of defending by Ben Kidd. First line censor for these Vikings. Again, affectionately known as the Trikes. As O'Hearn goes back into the zone. Another bit of good defending there, Becky Hu. But that's been won back by Akaya. Sorry, Ayazi, should I say. Andrews rips it wide of net from the blue line. The jeers you may be able to hear are from some visiting spectators. By the looks of them, I think a couple of them will be featuring in a few of the games tomorrow, as that's a big collision on the blue line. Becky Who sending Ellie Corsten to the ice. Andrews dancing his way through. He's got players in support. Tries to find O'Hearn. Bouye not able to get to it. It's a poor clear though that time through the legs of Fields. Batted around by the back of the net. And it's still alive. Great bit of goaltending once again from the ex-Oxford netminder. Driving through the centre. Another slightly tame effort. Not quite what they will have had in mind. That was Jamie Yon. Unable to get full purchase on that. Jack Haynes was coming, sorry, not Jack Haynes, rather Thomas George coming across his goal, so he did leave that side rather exposed. He likes to go one knee down, one knee up, as he has to work very carefully. Great save on that first attempt. I think the second attempt may have drifted wide, has been played off the boards. It's going to be cleared the zone by Cambridge. Yu Yan Zhang in the 10 for Cambridge. As Oxford looking to break away, clear down the right hand side, the far side, that has cleared the zone. Batted around. And a breakaway opportunity through on goal, 1-on-1. Had the dangles, didn't have the finish. Bit of a collision in front of nets. On a save there. The stick is down from George. Shot from the blue line, had to be alert to it. Got the pad down, fine bit of goaltending. As that will finally clear the zone for Cambridge. Dostal. Ooh, nearly. Put it on net. Attempted a grab from the Oxford netminder. 7 minutes and change left in this first period of play. It's going to be a foot race. Centering. Ripped on net, no goal. Saved the second time, it's still loose in front, and now Thomas George covers up the attempt from Emmanuel Stewart. Elicited a little bit of a swipe. Goalies and defensemen, in fact, get very, very protective of that blue patch of ice, the goalie crease. That's been centered. Fulford not able to get the shot away. It's Oxford hold it in the Cambridge zone. Played behind the net. Goes for the stick lift. Nothing from the officials. It's still Oxford pressure. Andrews plays it around the boards. That's not going to clear. Not even close. That's sent in back around goal. Andrews, though, under very little pressure. And he's going to go for a little skate, dancing through the players, dancing through the Oxford Blades, rips it on goal, wide. Had more space to play with, but a fine effort nonetheless. Lagrassi, and that's a fine diving stop. The poke check from Haynes. Okay, we will have to confirm if that is in fact Haynes in goal. That's dispossessed. Was Joe McWilliam. And Chris Andrews not afraid to use the body. Again, this is non-checking, but there is a degree of physicality in hockey. Ned O'Hearn leaves the puck behind, takes it into the zone. Still has it, Ned O'Hearn, has players with him, drops one to the ice, it's in the middle. And Oxford will clear the zone. Purchase decided against sending it in as Grange centres. Feldman tried to go for the backhand attempt. A little bit of footwork there from Legressley as O'Hearn over the blue line. In the corner, has purchased on the blue line now, calling for it. In a battle there, fine bit of defending by Becky Who. And now Jamie Yon He's going to take it up the ice, dancing through, loses an edge. That's okay for Oxford. Feldman's there. Feldman rips it on goal, and that's a save. Thomas George. What action we have seen in the first 15 minutes and 2 seconds of this first period of play. Cambridge lead it 2-0. Again, these opportunities for Oxford, they're good chances. They're getting them in good spots, but they're not able to connect, have that clean shot. That ice position should afford them, as that's in front. Baker loses it off their stick. So player goes down. It's Andrews battling away on the floor. There's a call. We'll see exactly what force. That's 17 going to the box. So this is one of our, unfortunately, numberless. Tripping. 2 minutes is the call for 17. And yeah, we've got a couple. In fact, yeah, unfortunately, we've got a few of our visitors without names and numbers on our sheet. So we'll try and endeavour to find out who everybody is as the PK unit kills a bit of clock. Again, for the uninitiated, Oxford are down to 4 skaters and a goalie. Cambridge with their full allotment of 5 and a goalie for the next 2 minutes. So the aim of the game for Oxford is to survive. Of course, for Cambridge, it is to score and make that man advantage pay. They nearly do. It's come loose. It's with LaHaye. LaHaye tried to find Andrews. Still with LaHaye. Do they clear the zone? No, they do not. And it's still LaHaye driving through behind goal. Who nearly cleans him out. As that will clear the zone. Fine bit of defensive work from the captain, Kidd. That's sent around net. Emmanuel Stewart was in pursuit. As Dostal tried to play it down the lines. That's fine defending. That's Purchase with 45 seconds left on the PK for Oxford. They have it in the zone. Fields puts it on net. So that's going to go down as a shot attempt. Did force a save. That's Yu Yan Zhang trying to drive in. Cambridge, I don't think they've had a shot yet in this player advantage. 20 seconds left of the kill. LaHaye able to get back into the zone. O'Hearn, that's going to leave the zone again. He can't play it back in until both clear. Purchase maybe just had a skate. No, he did not just have a skate. Again, don't worry, because Oxford have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 11 or 12 linesmen behind us in the stands. They're ready to let our officials know. And again, a massive thank you to everybody who is making this a possibility. As the player left the zone, the penalty box. 5 seconds too early. So 5 seconds left on the power play for Cambridge. And we're back to even strength. A very, very fine penalty kill from Oxford. That's going to be dumped down the ice. Andrews showing off that skating ability of his. Send that a little bit ahead of Luca Owen-Jones. He's leaving the zone, going back into the neutral ice area. 2:14 to play in this first period of play. It's Oxford do get into the Cambridge zone. Andrews, time to scan. Oh, he loses it behind his own goal, behind his own red line. Don't know if he's seeing the movement that he was looking for, as that will clear the zone. Ned O'Hearn, first scorer in today's contest, as Legressley going to get into a bit of a board battle there. That's going to be won by Oxford, in as much as they come away with the puck. That's been played forward. Andrews should collect that. So Attempt by Jack Fulford just to send the puck, well, basically away from danger from an Oxford point of view. 1:25 left. That's a lot of ice in front of Ned O'Hearn. Goes backhand, goes too deep, has Andrews at the point. So that will stay in the zone. Lovely bit of blue line play there from Ellie Corsten. That's Oxford. Send that down. Nothing's getting past the Great Wall of Corsten right now. As Andrews rips it across goal to the opposite corner. Corsten plays it back into the middle. Noble there with a light blue jersey on. And now Oxford. 44 seconds left in the period. Good battle. As that's a little bit of afters as Andrews goes back forehand. Great save by the Oxford netminder. Gets the pads down. Didn't go in for any of the trickery of Andrews. 28 seconds left in the first period of play. Cambridge have it in the zone. Dostal has it blocked, and that's going to clear the zone. Be picked up by Purchase. Sends it straight back up. 15 seconds to play. Dostal chips it in. Purchase drive into the corner to collect. What a goal would do here. Loses an edge. And now we've got a bit of a battle in the neutralized area. Feldman going through on goal. 1-on-1. Great save at the buzzer from Thomas George. Just open up the 5-hole. Slammed it shut. And that's going to do us after 20. Cambridge Huskies B, they are in the lead. 2-0 as we kick off Varsity Weekend. 106th Varsity Weekend with a bang. At the end of 20, Cambridge Huskies lead it 2-0 over the Oxford Vikings C. Welcome back to the Cambridge Ice Arena. The score in this first ever matchup between the Huskies B and the Vikings C, aka the Trikes. Cambridge up 2-0. Goals in the first period of play from Chris Andrews, assisted by Dennis in fact, it was Ned O'Hearn, assisted by Dennis Purchase, and the second goal, Chris Andrews, assisted by Lars LaHaye. There was an incredible opportunity just at the end of the period with I think it was Feldman through on goal, 1-on-1 with Thomas George. Ripped an attempt 5-hole, and he just at the nick of time closed it as the green light came on to end the opening period of play. 20 minutes to go, and then another break, and the final 20 after that. Both netminders are ready. Goals are on their moorings. The puck is dropped. We are back underway. Second period of action here at the Cambridge Ice Arena. 106th Varsity Weekend. And the Friday night curtain raiser. Who knows? A potential tradition being born in front of our very eyes as a Yazzie battling along the boards. As Oxford, they really need to get a foothold in this game in terms of scoring. They've had a couple of opportunities as that's been headed down by the skipper, Peter Dostal. We now have a full allotment of Oxford numbers again. Unfortunately, they were held up a little bit on their travel down, as that's a rather tame attempt there by Corsten. There's a battle, and that is won momentarily by Oxford. As Dostal using his size behind net to put the brakes on that Oxford opportunity. And now Andrews driving through. Andrews 1-on-1, goes for hands, slots it down low. 3-0. Cambridge stretched their advantage, and this is pretty much what they did. Unassisted 7, so that's Chris Andrews' second goal of the contest. First unassisted goal of play, and like I was just about saying, we saw exactly this in the first period of play. Cambridge got into an early lead within about a minute and a half, and then Oxford have been competitive. They've had plenty of shots on goal. a lot of them have lacked much in the way of power and conviction as McWilliam tries to play it off the boards. Now, you may have noticed he waited quite a while before he entered the zone. Why is that? Well, very simple. One of his teammates was offsides. They needed to get back behind the blue line, as that's going to be covered up by Jack Haynes. Now, if my numbers are correct, this is just Jack Haynes' second career game in net. His first being a 2-2 draw earlier in the season. Obviously, he played the full 60 minutes there. 2 goals against, a 950 save percentage, so a very fine outing. He's had slightly tougher work of it so far today, as that will just stay in the zone. That will clear, though. And now Fulford with a lot of ice ahead of him. Oh, that's fine defending by Andrews to slow him down. That's going to clear the zone. So all the dark blue jerseys need to retreat back behind the blue line. They do. 87 is in possession. That is Matthew Young. Sends up the ice to Fulford. As who? Trying to take it into the Cambridge zone as Ned O'Hearn battling away with who? And in fact, he was doing double duty there. Matthew Young was also giving him the business. And that's a great pass out of the zone as Fulford driving through. Plenty of sticks in between him and net, and that's been turned over. O'Hearn looking for his second of the game, goes back and scores! 4-0. And it's the same scorers that we saw in the first. Ned O'Hearn gets his second.
51 to 23.
23 with the assist. And that's Lars LaHaye, his second point of the contest. Ned O'Hearn. Lars LaHaye. So 2 assists for LaHaye. And that makes it a 4-0 game as Dostal takes it into the zone. Oxford being cheered on by a very healthy travelling support, especially for so late on a Friday night. As that's down low. Whoa, what a save. Jack Haynes. Oh, ripped in. A beautiful finish. Peter Dostal makes it 5-0. Ripped it from near the face-off circle. Went near side. 21 from 27. Peter Dostal with his first goal of the game, assisted by Philip Ayazi. Makes it 5-0. A very, very hot start for Cambridge in this second period of play. 16:50 to go in the period. I think Haynes had just made a brilliant save. So we're struggling to get back up into position, perhaps cover off that near blocker side. It's a tough area for goalies. I knew when I used to play in goal, as I'll talk about no end this weekend, glove side was always my preferred side for making a save, as they clear the zone just. Oh, really good physical battle there between Feldman and Chris Andrews. This has been centered in front of net. It's loose and it's cleared. Good bit of defending there. I think Jamie Yon will take the credit, take the praise there, as it stays in the zone just about. Now clear, just as Cambridge is trying to make a line change. Andrews dispossessed, but Feldman not able to take it with her. And Andrews wins it back before retreating to the sidelines, as his O'Hearn drags it. Oh, unable to really gather his shot. Did what you could argue is the hard part. As Purchase kept it in the zone, squared it. As Feldman takes it into the Cambridge zone, loses possession, and it's going to be O'Hearn trying to take it away. O'Hearn looks to play it forward, does, to Yu Yan Zhang. And it's O'Hearn driving through on net. Oh, Kidd with a fine defensive block. Really collected heavily in the boards, the captain, putting his body on the line for Oxford. As Jon driving through, has support, centres, covered, saved. Thomas George, credit that, another save for George. The first shot, the first save of the period. 13 saves in the contest. Who would have thought reading tallies would be so taxing? 5-0 Cambridge are in the lead. Oh, ice hockey. Again, we are not even halfway through the contest, so if Cambridge were able to score 5, as that's going to clear the zone, go back in. Offsides was waved off, no tripping either. Like an innocuous tangle. So Legressley trying to put the pressure on the netminder Jack Haynes. Like I was saying, if Cambridge were able to score 5 in under half of the game, there's nothing stopping Oxford doing the exact same. But it is all Huskies right now. As that will clear the zone, it's going to go right the way to the netminder, Thomas George. Clear the zone. And when Luca Jones finds Dostal. Dostal! Already one goal, and a fine goal it was, as Cambridge blue line making the change. Dostal. Centers in front, came off the goalie, ripped on net. Luke Jones, great save with the pads. Jack Haynes got his leg down to it, froze up. Again, he's been having, 5-0, and again, I am in the goalers union, but Jack Haynes, he's had to work very, very hard so far tonight. Faced 22 shots in total. Saved a fair few of them. Some really tough one-on-one opportunities, as that will just stay in the zone. Don't think Purchase will be thrilled about his attempt being intercepted by a teammate. It's a great battle in shoes. Bodies everywhere, sticks everywhere. Does clear the zone. And coming over with it is Grange. Good stick lift there by McWilliam. No icing. Don't think it was hit from far enough back. So Hearn battling with, that's Becky Hu, taking it behind goal. 15 career games. 4th game of the season for Hu. Yet to register a point this year. 2 assists last season, as that's been ripped across goal. It's going to go all the way. Hugh has to do the put in the hard yards to get back on terms. As that kept in the zone, Ned O'Hearn, space to shoot. Brave block from Alexander Grange. That's going to go right the way back to the goalie, who plays it into his own corner, and a collision. Keeper's down, and it's his own defenseman what done it. That's been batted away. An affected empty net. Andrews was there to defend his goal. Jack Haynes with the dangles. Again, as a skater, 41 points in his 24 games played. 23 goals, 18 assists. So he's got the skills with the smaller stickers. That's ripped on goal, just wide. That's come back again. And another save. I think we're going to chalk up 2, maybe 3 saves there. It stays in the slot for Oxford. That is cleared away. Couple of pad saves there. And a very cheeky shot from behind net. Battle down behind goal. Dostal sends it around. That's going to clear the zone. Be dumped back in by Purchase. Maggie Baker not able to take it with her. Lost in the neutral zone. We are approaching the halfway point on this contest. Oh, McWilliam, cool as you like on his own blue line. Sends it down. That's a big collision. Yin Yang Jiang sent to the floor. LaHaye has it taken off his stick by Dostal. Save made. Jack Haynes got the paddle down. He's going to clear the zone. Who gets there first? Purchase initially, but Kidd. And offside is the call. That's unfortunate. Marshall Hunt, he battled to try and get back on side, back on terms. Unfortunate for him. So in that fracas, that ruckus, I think it was 2 saves were credited to Thomas George. That will clear the zone. Kidd sends it up the line. Gets it back, switching it across ice. That will enter the zone and will leave just about as fast as it went. We are over the halfway point in the contest as Andrews looks to centre to O'Hearn. That's going to leave the zone, so Cambridge have to slow things down in the neutral zone. Hey. We can't say they dumped it in. They plunked it in that time. Back on the outside, Luca Owen Jones. Good battling both teams in this neutral ice area. Now it's the goalie, Jack Haynes, comes a long, long way out of net. Skating through for Oxford. It's Marshall Hunt, as that's been ripped away, kept in the zone. Now Ned O'Hearn taking it the other way. As Jon drops him, Jon gets the body down and does just enough to stop a very dangerous play from emerging. Again, unconventional, but giving absolutely everything, the assistant captain for this Oxford Vikings. O'Hearn not able to clear. But on the second attempt, Elizabeth Booyah getting it away. Taken back into the zone by Owen Jones. On his stick, and a really great battle there, won by Grange initially. Dostal is able to send it around his own net, only as far as Fulford. Centering, with the backhand attempt from Grange. Are they able to get it back to the blue line, Oxford? As that's centered, Fulford, off the post! The goalie's best friend came up huge. I think, did that come off the goalie's face mask, which is why we're pausing things? Yes, it did. I think that was that face mask, and then barred down out for the save. So as is customary, making sure that goalie's face mask isn't damaged and the goalie is not injured. We take head health very seriously in hockey. Back underway. Ripped on net. No save required there. Fulford with the attempt. 5-0 the score. Cambridge in the lead. 7:36 left in the second period of play. Centered. Goes right the way across. We've got a delayed penalty. So Cambridge are going to be on the PK as that's been battered away by the goalie and collected behind. We're going to see who was the cheeky individual getting sent to the box. I think the officials are conferring exactly who. Confusion abounds as to exactly who the offending individual was. So we saw a hand raised the whole time. So somebody did something. That means delayed penalty. And what that means is that if you're on offense, you retain possession of the puck until so 23 for tripping is the call. So as I was explaining, if you are already in possession of the puck and the penalty is awarded it against, to the other team, you retain possession. Play continues until you lose it. So 23 to the box. That's Lars Lahey. 2 points in the contest, and now 2 penalty minutes to go with it. And this could be a very short one. It's not able to get the shot away for Oxford. Was Feldman. Feldman driving back across. Oh my goodness. Bodies flying everywhere. Full-blooded encounter. 5-0 is the score. Oxford with the player advantage as Dostal's going to tamely attempt. There we go. Lofts it on the second attempt. Played off the boards. All the way around. As icing was waved off, so Cambridge cannot commit an icing as it clears the zone once again. Dumped back in. Delayed offsides is the call. Nobody touched it. Nobody was especially close to touching it. Now clear the zone again for Cambridge. So a good kill this. 40 seconds left on the player advantage. As a stick goes flying onto the ice. Ripped on net, scores! It's Kidd, the captain, leading by example. And hitting him with the celly. Power play goal. Lifeline for Oxford.
55, 42.
So 55 with the goal. That is Ben Kidd. The assist, Maggie Baker, 22. So 5 plays 1. Both sides back to even strength. So again, another feature of the power play. If you concede whilst the player down, the penalty ends. You are back to a full assortment of skaters. O'Hearn tries to hit him with the dangles. A bit of a neutral zone passage of players. Ned O'Hearn takes it to the face-off circle, drives back across, and that will sneak through somehow. An immediate response. 6 plays 1. Cambridge restore the 5-goal cushion. 51 unassisted. And that is a hat-trick for Ned O'Hearn. Recorded with 5:10 left in this second period of play. As the official goes down, they stepped on the puck. Sent across along the boards. Will it clear the zone? It will. And it's O'Hearn once again. Has players with him. Tried to find a Yazzie at the back post. Didn't get through the crowd of dark blue jerseys. Oh, alone on the breakaway. It's Grange. Forehand. Backhand. Forehand. Oh, the save. Thomas George gets the pads down. And stonewalls him right in front. It remains 6-1. Oxford. It has been flipped into the air and just rifled into the boards. Anywhere but in front of the goal for Cambridge will do. Now they're over the the neutral zone. Dostal tried to rip it on goal. Blocked by Jon. Cleared away by the goal scorer, Kidd. As an unconventional line change. It's a good meeting of the bodies. On the blue line, ripped on net. No save into the side webbing. That's LaHaye. Ayazi. So this first line, very productive line so far for Cambridge tonight. 6-1 the lead, 3:33 left in this second period of play. Dostal and Jon to go to battle. Won by nobody just yet. Still in the zone for Cambridge. As LaHaye trying to put it on net. Nobody in the centre to convert. And that will clear the zone. Good play by Feldman. It's going to be picked up by McWilliam. Chris Andrews bringing it from around net. Played off the boards. Not able to be picked up by Ayazi. And that's going to be icing. So neither side, Cambridge unable to make any changes. Oxford free to change lines should they desire. And we're going to go back. LeGressley getting a bit cheeky, wanting the DJs to play something specific on the next goal. As that was nearly an attempt on that. Marshall Hunt goes for the speculative backhand as that spin finds it all the way to Ayazi. Tries to centre. That's been intercepted well by Nicole George. Marshall Hunt just battering away down the boards, not able to take it into the Cambridge offensive end. Ned O'Hearn with a good stick lift. That's been batted back, batted away. That's LeGressley. 2:09 left in the second. Into the zone. Off the boards. And again, the danger of trying to really soccer kick a hockey puck. As that will get into the zone. Stopped by the goal. He's got pressure. George goes backhand. Not yet back fully in his crease. There's Becky Hu battling along the boards. Ned O'Hearn and Purchase for company. Marshall Hunt trying to take it in. It's still not left the zone. And now it does. It's Purchase. Sends it ahead to Ned O'Hearn. O'Hearn on the backhand. Fine bit of defensive play. And that's going to be frozen. Jack Haynes. Now, who was that with the defensive play? Nicole George. Stayed big, stayed strong, kept her body in the way. And did just enough to dispossess the Cambridge forward. It's going to stay in the Cambridge zone. 6-1 is the score. 1:19 to play in the second period of play here. 106th Varsity Weekend. As nobody gets there, and goalie has to come a long way around. Does exactly the right thing though. Breakaway opportunity driving through. It's Grange. Grange 1-on-1, rips it high, saved. Not collected clean initially, but a fantastic battling performance. Thomas George stayed up big for the initial effort, brought it down, and then hacked away at it whilst he was being hacked away at. And Grange unable to add that third goal of the season. 2-3 and 5 his stats on the season, his debut season in a dark blue uniform. That's centered. Oh, just put wide by Grange. And he's got goals, he's got assists in him, as he's already demonstrated so far this year. 45 seconds left in the period. As Andrews driving over the red line. Finds Dostal. Dostal on the second attempt. Save made. Off the pads. In fact, off the stick of Haynes. And that will leave the zone. Grange driving forward. 25 seconds. As a bit of a collision there, and a goal scored. That's going to go 85 Fields, as there's a bit of a scrum going on with Grange and George. As always, goaltenders do not like physical contact with skaters. Obviously, with that bulky padding at an inherent disadvantage when it comes to the sweet science in ice hockey. So I have awarded the goal to 85 Blue, Joseph Fields. First goal in a Vikings jersey. The officials are going to talk things over as to exactly what's the topic of chat is. As Jack Haynes has left his goal crease. And, you know, goalies coming and talking over to the officials is generally frowned upon, I would say. So the two officials have the captains nearby. So what are the decisions going to be made? 17 seconds left. So the score is 6-2. So that's what we do know. And we do know there's 17 seconds left in the period. So it might get chalked. So it might get chalked off for goalie interference. And it does look like Grange is heading to the box for his part of the fracas. So let's see what happens. So 85 with the goal, as we brought you earlier. So Joseph Fields does in fact get the goal. 25 with the assist. That's Alexander Grange. So penalties to follow. So Grange is in the box. What do we reckon? Roughing? Well, what a curtain raiser this has certainly been, and we've got another 20 minutes and 17 seconds of hockey to play.
Let's start with the easiest. Number 25, roughing, 2 minutes.
So 2 minutes for roughing for number 25. So Alexander Grange gets 2 minutes for roughing.
3, Cambridge, 2 minutes roughing.
So number
3, Cambridge.
So Dennis Purchase gets himself 2 minutes for roughing.
Number 29, Cambridge, 2 minutes roughing, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
So the goalie gets himself 2 minutes for roughing and
I'm turning this up.
2 minutes roughing and 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. So 4 minutes on the goalie. Now, goalies don't take the penalties themselves. They don't go and sit in the penalty box. So another skater will have to go and serve his penalty. So that's going to be the Cambridge penalty box getting a little bit cozy right now.
So roughing and unsportsmanlike? Yeah. So, 3 and 25 doesn't have to go on the clock.
So now we're just going through the process of putting the penalties on the clock. So they'll be offsetting roughing minors. So it's going to be Oxford with the player advantage. So a late tip-off gets an even later finish. So it's Philip Ayazi taking the penalty in place of his goaltender. Thomas George.
So we're doing 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2.
So 2 plus 2. I tell you, it's fascinating commentating from a penalty box. Or a scorer's box, should I say. So, 17 seconds to play. What drama can unfold in that 17 seconds? And then it's going to be, well, then we're going to have a little, break. And then straight back at it. Now, the really interesting question for me is what happens to the complexion of this game, the nature of this game. It's 6-2. Oxford, in case you've forgotten, have just scored. Joseph Fields it was, assisted by 25, who is currently on the penalty, Alexander Grange, who is now in the penalty box. For some reason, the players forgot that a goal had been scored, so they were ready for a Cambridge defensive zone face-off. So Cambridge with the player disadvantage.
Yeah, so once the first 2 minutes finishes, he's allowed to leave, but only on a whistle. Because it's 5 on 4 at the moment.
LaHaye, and that's going to do it. So the end of a very, very exciting second period of play. The Cambridge Huskies, they lead it 6-2 over the Oxford Vikings. That period added 4 goals for the hosts and 2 for the visitors. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes' time for the final period of play here from the Cambridge Ice Arena. 106th Varsity Weekend kicks off right here. It's Cambridge Huskies 6, the Oxford Vikings 2. We are back for the final 20 minutes of play. Cambridge University Huskies B, they're up 6-2 over the Oxford Vikings C. So the ice was not cut between the periods. As again, we are in the box as Fulford rips the shot on goal, saved by Thomas George, who is on debut for the Huskies and is having a fine day, a very interesting day. I think that is 100% fair to say. So that will just stay in the Cambridge defensive zone. Becky Hu, though, is going to have to kill a little bit of time. As Dostal put it on the pressure. Dostal takes it into the zone. Goalie comes, bats it away. That's Jack Haynes, the netminder for the visiting Trikes, as they're known. The Oxford Vikings C team. They have a player advantage, remember. We had some offsetting minors. And then a 2+2 as Andrews putting on the moves. Goes one-on-one with Who. Gets by. Forehand. Shows it straight through the 5-hole. Jack Haynes looked like he'd done just enough. As it is, it's 7-2 short-handed. 7 unassisted. Brings up the hat-trick in style. Back underway. 7 plays 2. Dumped in behind goal. That was Emmanuel Stewart. And that will clear the zone. It's Feldman not able to gather. Now takes it over the blue line though. Feldman centering pass. Nobody there though. In a dark blue and white hooped jersey. Centered. Bats it around again. Feldman drives into the corner. Sends it to the slot. And He's going to come away with it is O'Hearn. Hat-trick already in this game from Handels O'Hearn. Ned O'Hearn tries to go backhand in front. Nothing's going to get called there. Everyone's getting a little bit excited. We've had a very physical encounter at times here as Yu Yanjiang collects it behind net. O'Hearn gets through. Great bit of goaltending there. We'll credit that one as Jack Haynes' poke check. Did just enough. Batting away. Haynes not able to dive on it. That's been gently suggested towards goal, let's say, by Chris Andrews. Cambridge desperately trying to keep it in the zone. They do with Andrews. He's driving his way through. Had a moment where the door opened up for him. His shot attempt on goal wide the whole way through. As Ned O'Hearn is dispossessed. Driving through is Emmanuel Stewart. And that's been cleared away. Credit that one as another save. Thomas George. As Andrews takes it the length of the ice. Andrews! Great save by Haynes. Got his pads down to it well. Again, 7-2 is the score. He's had a fine performance though, Haynes. Great board battle. This is a fantastic penalty kill by Cambridge. It really is. They've scored for a good start. And they're killing an awful lot of time in the Oxford zone. But Jamie Yon driving through. Yon tries to rip it on goal. Andrews got the stick down.
Tatiana, this door, this one.
As they're going to open up the door to let the player back onto the ice as it's covered up. 16-16 as the offsetting minors for roughing come to an end. And Grange and Purchase are able to get themselves back onto the ice. 16-16 is playing the third. 7-2 is the score. The host, Cambridge University Huskies B team, are in the lead. And to a good extent in control right now, as that will leave the zone, sent back in, blocked by Philippa Yazzie. Driving through on goal, centering past Dostal, not able to get there. The goalie's still out of his zone. Played away, still battered away in front. And it's cleared by Oxford into the corner. Haynes was alive to the danger the whole time. Had his pads down. Looked like he had his paddle down. So we're still on the boards. Just real grinding style of hockey. Credit that one another save to Jack Haynes. As Dostal has Yazy in front. This has been covered up by Haynes. It comes loose. The battering away. A little bit of afters from Ayazi and Fields right in front of net. Again, it's got to be a good feeling for the goalie. He knows his boys have his back. I say his boys. His players have his back. Of course, this is co-ed, so apologies there. Tell you what, credit the DJ. Got the tunes going here in the Cambridge Ice Arena. Late on a Friday night. 106th Varsity Weekend. It's gotten off to a great start. As Andrews not able to rip that through more. Great defense from Becky Hu. She's battled so hard today. It's a really physical coming together on the boards. Ned O'Hearn not able to get a stick on that. Emmanuel Stewart is going to clear the zone for the Oxford Trikes. As Andrews, though, taking it right back whence that came. Ripped it on net. Ripped it behind net. Wide, and that will get past the Great Wall of Causton. That's going to be picked up by Eric Legressley. Not able to properly pick it up. And Kidd, as casual as you like from Thomas George there. That will leave the zone. Head all the way through. Haynes not able to clear it, but who was that player getting back on terms? That was Matthew Young, saving his goalie's blushes. Doing a fabulous bit of defending as Kidd comes together with Purchase over the blue line. Yes, Emmanuel Stewart sends it to the corner. It's going to be Jack Fulford. Fulford looking for options, not able to find anybody right now. It's Becky who hits the deck hard, as does one of the Cambridge players. That was Legressley, and it will leave the zone. 13:46 left in this third period of play here. 7-2 is the score. Cambridge leading it as the line change both sides. Jamie Yon dancing his way in. Slaps it on net. That's wide. And I think that's, yeah, that's what's happened here for Cambridge. An absolute nightmare. Head in his hands, Jay Lee, as that's a too many players penalty. So who's going to the box? So too many men. So just waiting to see who is gonna serve the penalty. So unless you pull the goalie, you're only allowed 5 skaters on the ice. So third period of play, into the box. Number 2, that's Luca Owen Jones. Too many men. 1, 2, 3, 4 skaters on for Cambridge now as Andrews replaces Purchase in the PK line. So another opportunity here for Oxford. They've yet to score on the... In fact, tell a lie, they have scored on the power play once. So far tonight. Held on, ripped on net by Yon. Didn't actually find the net that time, but as Yezi, that's a very unconventional paddle away by Jack Haynes. It's a little bit risky, but like I said, he likes to keep one of his pads a little bit elevated off of the ice. It's Andrews. Look to rip it from the blue line. It's still just about will now leave the zone from Feldman. Feldman centers. Cambridge clear the zone momentarily. They've got another 53 seconds of this penalty to kill. That will stay inside the zone. Stratford is dispossessed by Ayazi. Now it's a battle between Ayazi and Jamie Yon, should I say. Andrews has it in front. Takes it the long way around, sends it off into the corner. And this is a line change opportunity for Cambridge. It's going to be Oxford to take it up the ice. 24 seconds left on the power play. Andrews, though, turns it over for Cambridge. It's Andrews driving through. Dispossessed by Grange, the combative Alexander Grange. But an excellent, excellent penalty kill by Cambridge. 2 seconds left on it, and Cambridge are back to even strength. He's going to leave the ice immediately. Sorry, he's going to leave the ice immediately. Luke Owen Jones. As Alexander Grange driving down the left side, has O'Hearn hanging off him. Tries to centre, nobody there. A little bit slow across goal there. Thomas George didn't hurt him or his side. 11-12 left in the contest. 7 plays 2. Developed into a really gritty neutral zone contest as McWilliam hits the deck. Purchase isn't able to collect that cleanly on the first attempt. Will get it on the second. Has options behind net. Sends it round to McWilliam. Out the zone. Just out the zone was Yuyan Zhang. Fields centers. That's been collected by LaHaye. LaHaye Again, not able to get it on his stick there. As Baker driving through on goal. Doesn't get it on target, and nobody there to centre. So here, fatigue, I think, starting to play a bit of an impact on this game. There's bodies everywhere. Cambridge going to clear the zone. LaHaye centres to O'Hearn. O'Hearn through on net, tries to get a forehand effort, as that's big time offside. Andrews, heavy collision with Joseph Fields. No malicious intent there, just a big old head of steam. 9:42 left in the contest. 7-2 is the score. Face-off won by Oxford. Driving through is Emmanuel Stewart. Played behind Marshall Hunt. And LeGressley. Driving through. Yes, LeGressley takes it over the blue line. Still has it. And Becky Yu is going to do a fine job. Well, initially anyway. Wasn't able to clear the zone. Andrews tries to rip it on goal. Oh, that's a fine glove save. Jack Haynes gets it done. .12 to play. Cambridge win the face-off, but that will clear the zone. Battling effort there by Fields, back on the ice after that, coming together with Andrews. Purchase, look to centre. Dostal. As that's... Oh, it's a goal. Oh, it did sneak under the pads of Haynes.
21 unassisted.
21 unassisted. Peter Dostal gets his second goal of the contest. And that's 8-2. Well, apologies for the slightly lackluster call there. Struggled to see exactly how that made its way through, but again, I think Jack Haynes wasn't quite able to get the pads down like he would have hoped to, and that's just the pressure paying as O'Hearn sends it around the boards. Been picked up by Ayezi, the only player on that first offensive line not to record a point tonight, and it's still Ayezi. He wants to rectify that as he sends it forward into the corner. As Jon, dispossessed by Ayezi, plays a little 1-2 on the blue line. O'Hearn has his legs taken. Ned O'Hearn, of course, hat-trick already in this game. 7:55 left to play. 8 plays 2. As Jon hits the deck, no call there. Foul on the play. Purchase has his pocket picked, and it's a 3-on-0 breakaway. Ripped on goal, save. And the second attempt also. He got the pad down, kept the pad down, trying to centre for Fulford. Not able to get it on net, and another big opportunity for the visitors. They're going to get an opportunity to keep the pressure up. But Thomas George coming up huge for Cambridge there. Face-off was won by Oxford. Kept it in the zone. Jon trying to fire it on net. That's been blocked bravely. And now Ned O'Hearn coming away with it. O'Hearn slits the defenders. O'Hearn as Haynes just saves it. Again, he had the pads down, got the paddle to it, biffed it away just enough, and dove on it to froze it. Could have potentially let his assistant captain go away with the puck if he wanted to. But, you know, a really safety first moment from the goaltender. As we'll do it again. Officials enjoying the music. The usual refrain. So everybody in position. 7:04 left in the curtain raiser for the 106th Varsity Weekend between Cambridge and Oxford as Andrews gets him in a spin cycle. LaHaye. That had left the zone, or in fact I don't know if it even came into the zone initially. Andrews trying to find LaHaye. LaHaye, 2 assists in the contest. Like I say, the only member of that first line yet to get any points is Philippe Ayezi. Not for want of trying and not for want of performing. I think it's fair to say it's Andrews looking to drive through. Andrews saw an opening, has the door slammed shut. Fine save, Jack Haynes. He knew plenty about the save. I don't think he knew exactly where the puck went, just that it stayed out of goal. 6:41 to play, 8-2 the score. Andrews rips it through a crowd of bodies that comes off the legs of Kidd into the corner. Andrews keeping it alive for Cambridge. Andrews driving through, not able to connect with the puck like he's wanted to. That snuck its way through. We're going to see who's credited with the goal. I suspect it might have been Peter Dostal. As Cambridge stretch their lead, it's 9-2.
21 from 7.
21 from 7. That's the hat trick for the skipper. And a 4th point of the night for Andrews. 9 plays 3. Cambridge increase their advantage. LeGresley. That's a nice bit of play down the wings by LeGresley. Grange is there. Only as far as... Against that man again, Ayezi. As a good collision on the blue line. It's going to find its way through to the goaltender. Deliberation about whether or not that was in fact a shot on goal. And going away is Ned O'Hearn. Ned O'Hearn driving through. It's 1-on-1. It's O'Hearn! Makes it 10. 4th goal of the game for Ned O'Hearn. Fine individual effort. 51 unassisted is the confirmation on that goal. It's 10-2. Cambridge are in the ascendancy. Andrews. Sends it through. Collected by Haynes. Haynes. A little bit of body contact now with Dostal. Dostal rips it on net. Sneaks through. It's 11-2. Dostal saw an opening. Went near side. Very near side. And he does it alone. 21 unassisted. 4th goal of the game for the skipper. 11-2. And it's not been... I don't think it's been an 11-2 sort of game. As Bouillet battling away. Dostal not able to clear the zone fully for Cambridge. Now Andrews driving through. Andrews looking to have some fun now. Goes back on save. Haynes gets the paddle down. Coming up huge for his team there. And Bouye trying to keep on the pressure for Cambridge. That'll go into the Cambridge defensive zone with Kidd. Kidd battling on the boards with Andrews. As Andrews is the first to it. That's going to be picked by Amanya Stewart. But Ned O'Hearn over the blue line. It's got Bouye with him. O'Hearn ripped it on goal. Pad save once again. That's going to leave the zone. That's going to be offsides if Bouye gets anywhere closer to the puck. She does not. Still needs to clear the zone. O'Hearn. Battling away. 3:52 to play. 11-2 is the score. That will leave the zone. Opportunity now for Marshall Hunt. Driving on. Can they collect the puck? Yes, they can. Centering. Going for the backhand. Amanya Stewart. And that sneaks through. It's a goal. Oxford back on the boards in the third. I think we're going to credit that one to Amanya Stewart as the official comes to confirm.
1878.
So 18 and 17. So 17 with the assist. I think that is Amanya Stewart. I think it's a 10 that Amanya Stewart is wearing. But the way the jersey's cut. But we'll have to clarify that one. So 18 is credited with the goal. That's been taken in behind. That's going to be cleared. Only as far as Corsten. Corsten puts it on goal. Just tipped wide by Haynes. 3 minutes exactly left on the clock in this curtain raiser for the 106th Varsity. There's a bit more physical contact in the corner. Andrews. Not able to keep it in the zone as Fulford driving through. Fulford slowing things down. That's a really tame effort from Fulford. And that puck was frozen up by Thomas George. Wasn't like he properly ripped it on goal. It's more of a saucer pass. A saucer shot attempt. Can be deceptive, it can work. Not everything has to be gripped and ripped. Especially after the better part of 40 minutes on ice. Can really tear up the ice. If you've ever been to a public skate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes a saucer shot can deceive the goalie just enough. We're back underway. 2:35 left in the game. That will be kept in the zone by Ayezi as Jon put the shot attempt on goal. Jon once again dispossessed. Now Ayezi in a one-on-one battle with Becky Hu. Spins his way free of Hu, but it's Jon who picks it up. Now we're behind net. Centered. O'Hearn. Oh, that's a fine save against the American Ned O'Hearn. Jack Haynes standing up big. 2:04 left in the contest. Face-off goes the way of Cambridge. O'Hearn trying to drive his way through. Andrews rips it from the blue line. And it's 12-3. Through a crowd of bodies. Tough for Jack Haynes.
7 unassisted.
7 unassisted. is the call. 4th goal of the game for Chris Andrews. Very, very productive day. He came into today, 1 game played, 2 goals scored. He has doubled his season tally in 1 matchup. 12 plays through. To the corner, O'Hearn and Becky Hu goes around. Yon not able to get to it. It was Yu Yan Zhang keeping it alive for the Huskies. Yeah, Manya Stewart, I am convinced, was in fact the goal scorer of that one. Back of his jersey does look like an 8, but the shoulders, they say 10. Fields tries to dump it in, doesn't get it by Bouye. Purchase, bring it up. Final minute of our first game of Varsity Weekend. Is there a sting in the tail for Oxford? No, that's a fine bit of defending from Purchase. Gets them on their feet on the Cambridge bench. Trying to whip it around. Oh, what a block! And that's going to be frozen. That block, credit that to number 8, Joe McWilliam. Threw himself in front of the shot attempt from Jack Fulford. Brave, brave bit of defending. 12 plays 3, 37 seconds left in the contest. Oxford fans, they just want to see another goal. They want to see another shot attempt. Face off won by Oxford, just gently backhanded in towards goal. Kidd not able to get hold of it. Andrews driving through. Will it be another goal for Cambridge? Chris Andrews has players with him. Andrews not able to collect it on the first attempt. Shot! Oh, it's gone through the legs of Dostal. And now driving the other way are Oxford. 18 seconds to play. It's Kidd. He's got to pick it up in the offensive zone. Kidd not able to find a dark blue jersey. 10 seconds to play. Dostal clears the zone. Empty net. Oh, off the foot of the post. Andrews rips it on net. That's gonna do it. 12-3 is your final score. First blood of Varsity Weekend goes the way of the Cambridge Huskies B. They have taken down the Oxford Vikings C 12-3 in a fabulous, fabulous game of ice hockey. The scorers in today's game: Chris Andrews, 4 goals on the day, 1 assist, 5 points total for Andrews. 4 goals also for Peter Dostal. 2 assists for Lars Lahey. 1 assist for Dennis Purchase. 1 assist. He got his assist. He got his point. Philip Ayezi. And 4 goal night for Ned O'Hearn. Those are the Cambridge scorers for the Vikings. So I think it's fair to say it was number 10, Callum Umanya Stewart, with the goal on the assist from Marshall Hunt. Goal also scored by Ben Kidd and Joseph Fields, and we saw assists from Maggie Baker and Alexander Grange. What a fabulous 60-minute of ice hockey we have been treated to here on a Friday night. And if you enjoyed that like we did, well, have I got great news for you, because we've got 3 more games coming up tomorrow and a game on Sunday as well, as 2 of the oldest rivals in ice hockey go at it again and again and again. 106th Varsity Weekend has gotten off to an absolute stormer, and it's one of the finest traditions in hockey. In sport, I'd go so far to say, you go to war with each other for 60 minutes. We almost, we were flirting with some fighting penalties in here. We had roughing minors, we had offsetting roughing minors, and a fabulous, fabulous game of hockey. So we're gonna stay with it whilst the players of the game get their rewards. And a warmly appreciated crowd here. Again, late on a Friday night. Where would you rather be? Other than the Cambridge Ice Arena for the 106th Varsity Weekend kickoff. And I think with the game we've just seen, I think we've just seen a new tradition be born. The Huskies B versus the Trikes. Cambridge showing credit and respect to the visitors. And player of the game. And it's Jamie Yon, the player of the game for the visitors. So a really combative, battling performance by Jamie Yon, the assistant. 51, that is Ned O'Hearn, player of the game. Was there in much doubt. 4-goal day. And just, again, a really battling, combative performance. As the unspecified soft drink beverage hits the ice. So that's going to do it for us here at the Cambridge Ice Arena. Fabulous, fabulous game of ice hockey, and it has been won by the Cambridge University Huskies B over the Oxford Vikings C. The final score, 12-3. As the players come together at centre ice. That's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget, we've got action coming up all across the weekend. 3 games tomorrow, starting off with Huskies A versus Vikings B, and then it's varsity proper, I suppose you might say. It's the women's varsity, and then it is the men's varsity, the 106th men's varsity. And it's live for you tomorrow. Take care, and we'll see you soon.